Hey everyone, welcome back to more Flesh and Bad, and today we're going to be talking about Nick Butcher's deck list one more time. This was a list that was very successful at the Calling Kuala Lumpur, getting first place, and featured kind of some interesting choices here with like Harmony Hunts, and a lot of kind of cut down on like the zero cost Transcend enablers. It's like only one basically zero cost Transcend enabler as opposed to like Wind Chakra, Biting Breeze, 100 Winds, that kind of thing. Very, very interesting list. I want to give this list another shot because actually in the Battle Hardened Atlanta, we saw two Zens in the finals, I think. We saw Nathan Crawford and then Naib Mobus here. Uh, Two very good players. I think we've covered Naib's list on the channel one or two times already. And I think it's kind of a cool list to talk about because I think Nathan was on this exact list from Nick Butcher. I want to give this list another shot today. I also, before we kind of get into it, kind of want to compare this list to kind of what we had before. When you compare it to, I guess, like my current list, which I think I'm still kind of tweaking a few things here or there, we see kind of like a cut down on some of the kind of like clunkier combo cards, so like Mauling and Pouncing Key. So there's no Pouncing Keys in Nick Butcher's list. No, only one Mauling Key, which is also very interesting. We have no sync belows, which again we're gonna ignore the reacts for this point. But yeah, no sync belows, and instead we're kind of substituting for the red harmony hunts, which kind of are a much more aggressive card. Then we also in our blue base, if we look at our blue ratios, I'm running 29. I think he's running. I don't know if this is accurate, but I think this might be like a 33 main deck blue. Again, I think it probably shifts a lot depending on the matchup, but like I consider these to be kind of like the core sideboard cards here. So like you probably don't want to run these in every matchup, but like I imagine this blue count probably shifts more closer probably to like 30 depending on the matchup. But very interesting list. Uh and then we can also kind of like continue to look at these blues. We have Biting Breeze getting cut, no Cosmic, dropping on Cosmic, which is reasonable. Blue Harmony Hunts instead of like our normal kind of like blue 100 Winds and our like Wind Chakras, for instance. And kind of just running more like value blues like Key Unleashed, Pouncing Key, or Pouncing Key. I don't even know if that's a value blue, but with the Tiger generation in this deck, maybe this is just like a very similar card to kind of Biting Breeze because you're almost always able to have a Tiger, is what I've found at least when testing this deck. And then Tiger Form and Condition as well. So the blue choice here is very, very interesting. But again, most of like the core Zen cards kind of remain the same here. So we have like Aspect, Chase, CNC, E-Strike, Growl, etc., etc. I think if you kind of sum up those cards, it's like roughly 40 cards. So there's still a lot of actual variety, I feel like, in Zen decks right now. Like, I think Naib was on a completely different plan that involved like Tooth and Claws. I'll see if I can try to get a hold of that list at some point. But also a very, very interesting list. Want to give this list another shot, just see if we can kind of identify like what we like out of it, what we don't like out of it, that kind of thing. But I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. All right, we got a Jarl. So let's see if this list actually fares a little bit better to Jarl than maybe my list does. Because I've had maybe a little bit of bad luck against Jarls in the past. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. I think the default board's like pretty fine. Because we're just running like 33 blues, I think, main deck. I don't think we want any of these sideboard cards really. All right, we're starting off on Seismic, so we're on more of a kind of earthy Jarl from looks of it. Sure, so kind of want to just Arsenal like Wax Off maybe. Is that the best line? Just do like 2 into CNC or something. Seems okay. All right, happy to get some equips out here. We also see a Somersault block, which is kind of interesting. All right, opponent will start with an Ice Quake into CNC. Pretty solid. I'm like 95% sure we're just supposed to take this though. And then just do like level Sacred Art. Yeah, it seems fine. Oh, we can't level Sacred Art actually because of Ice Quake. Yeah, it's still fine. I guess we can just play levels. for value. And then like Arsenal this. I think that's fine. Listen, what you doing? Alright, we'll go ahead and just send the levels for 5 here. So yeah, I don't know if there's actually anything we could profitably do against that CNC Icequake. Group pretty okay here. So they do now have Decompose online. Right, so we have a Winter Spite. So interesting thing is we could like Sacred Art Mono Transcend and then do this. The problem with that is that it sucks because we're transcending on our turn, which we don't generally want to do. I think we're just supposed to pay with a red here. I think that's fine. Then we just save some cards for blocking. All right, if this is against a summit for 4, though, I don't think I care. So I think we're fine to probably just take this. I think we will go ahead and transcend here. I don't think we're going to go for chase, though. I think just getting the first transcend online is probably important here. Let's go ahead and get, like, 0 cost here. Maybe just another swipe here is honestly fine. Don't really want to get an aspect. We could also just get 100 wins because we already have a swipe. I'm fine with that. Alright, so they have a Blizzard. Sure. Guess I will just pay into that because we want to get the Tiger out of our hand anyways. Pretty good Blizzard from them though. Oh yes, they can Stalagmite as well. Sure. So I think at this point we just Arsenal Tiger. I think that's fine. A lot of all red hands here in our 33 blue deck, but we'll make the best of it. We'll continue to pay. All right, and then we have another Summit Swing, sure. So next turn, we're probably going to get the last charge out of Stalagmite. In which case, what's our play? Still don't think we need to block this. I think our play is going to end up being something like Tiger, Breed Anger, Arsenal Chase or something. Like, I'm pretty sure we're getting Stalagmite this turn regardless of what we do. So, like, Chase Aspect is not realistic here. We might not be getting Stalagmite here. They might see this for what it is. I guess they save like 2 damage if they Stalagmite here though, which is pretty decent. And they also turn their summon online. Okay, you're not going to go for it. Kind of makes sense. So I think we're good just Arsenal pass here. Still got a lot of armor to work with. I need to stop getting Winter Spited. That would be ideal. I think we will pay with the blue here just to avoid Frostfang specifically. I think that makes sense. We'll go ahead and pitch the Cosmic here. All right, following up with a Disable. Again, I'm kind of fine to just like play the value trading game here. I think we just send Kakari or pass. This is looking a lot more like a defensive Jarl deck, which means that they can draw a lot of hands where they're just kind of bricking off reacts or whatever. Actually, I don't know if this is more defensive. I don't know. It kind of seems like the Earth Jarls are a little bit more defensive than just like the more ice-focused Jarls. Alright, this hand's a little bit better. This might be a pop traverse hand, but even that's kind of risky. More likely, I feel like it's going to be just like an E-strike hand or something. All right, we're pitching a felling here. Kind of interesting. Kind of want to just block 6 on this. Feels like a pummel, but it could also just not be a pummel. Could they have Ice Quaked if they played it? Huh. Wait, why didn't they Gauntlets? Because then they could just give this Dominate. So this is probably a pummel. In which case, we should only block 3 on this so that we can like discard the other Chase the Tail or Grain or something. Alright, so I'm smelling the pummel here. Okay, no pummel. Maybe they just didn't want to use it. So in that case, I think we'll just Kakara plus E-Strike or something. This list might not even be running pummel. Remains to be seen. All right. All right, Tectonic plus what? Plus CLF. Sure. So I think that's fine. Problem with playing a Harmony of the Hunt, even though it would give us like a Tiger for Chase, is that we'd lose out on the blue, which is kind of inefficient. So I think what we're going to do is just start with 100 Winds here. Send some vanilla damage at them. Sure. If they want to completely ice me out this turn, this is not a good turn to even really send, if I'm being honest. Maybe you should have considered pitching the Harmony Hunt here over the Cosmic, but I think that's marginal. Sure. Alright, we have a Choke Slam coming in, 2 cards in hand. They were kind of like threatening pummel last turn, so I'm kind of incentivized, I feel like, to block some more still. Kind of like just blocking 6 on this. Alright, the CLF is going away. I'm kind of, at this point, pretty sure they don't have pummel. Alright, here comes the Rootbound, sure. Notably not decomposing, which is weird. I would think they would want to get their first decompose online just so they can set up for like felling and stuff. Because like felling without the first decompose is like generally quite bad. All right, very weird plays from them. We'll start with Growl here first, I think. All right, do like to see an Oaken Old getting blocked with. I think we'll just do 2 into 7 here. Not really found a really good excuse to try to use this Chase the Tail. Alright, they should definitely decompose here, right? Yeah, okay. Looks like they're going to go for it. I guess it makes sense. Sure. Alright, go ahead and pass back. Ooh, this is a pretty good hand. So notably, this is the only copy of Wind Chakra that's in this list, which I almost find criminal. Wind Chakra is just so good when you are transcending. But let's go ahead and go for this. I think I'm looking to sink a red here to try to find a blue. We do find a blue, which is really good. We'll get a resource here and get online. We're definitely going to activate Zen. I think we have plenty of resources here, even if I think they need double Blizzard here to stop us, which is possible. But even that doesn't maybe fully stop us. Let's go ahead and get an aspect here. I know we already have an aspect, but we'll get it just for pit, so we can like pitch this if we need to. I don't know why we would need to pitch it. We could also just arsenal it. Alright, so we do have Blizzard here. That's fine. Again, we're playing around it here. So if they have a second Blizzard, then it's a bit more annoying. But like we can still even... So actually this does play around double Blizzard by keeping the aspect here. So we're still A-okay. Again, this is why you don't want to like lead off on like Kakara in this matchup generally. Alright. Opponent has a 4-card hand. We got him down to 3, which is good. And we have a nice arsenal set up. Alright, they're going to come in with Oaken Olds, revealing Ice Quake and Fruits. Discarding Fruits makes sense. I think it's go time now. So in that case, so we've already seen one Blizzard gone. They could have a second Blizzard, so we're more incentivized here, I think, to block with a red. And then maybe we like save CNC for hand. So I think we're supposed to just give up all armor here. I guess we don't have to give up all armor. We could give up like that. And then just keep Pouncing Paws. I don't know what Pouncing Paws is necessarily doing, but it's probably doing something. I think this is fine though. So we'll go ahead and get our free Oaken Old block in here. And then I think, I don't think we actually do want to start off on Kakara. I think we actually start off on our Chase. So they still notably have Olin Ice Cap to make Frostbites if they need to. But we should have plenty of resources here, even if they Blizzard, give us the last Blizzard. Alright, we do see potential Ice Cap block. Sure. So I think we should be safe here to sneak in Kakara. Because even if they Blizzard, they give us Frostbite, we can still play out the Tiger by pitching CNC if we need to. So I think we piloted the blues at least pretty well. All right, and the CNC should probably be devastating. That being said, I do think this was preventable if they decomposed, I think, that one turn where they didn't off of the root bound. But we're in pretty good shape here. We'll start off on... I think we're going to save this for either pitch or for Arsenal. So I think I'm fine to just attack with Harmony on here. Do 3-3, 2-1. Alright, love to see a felling block. This will also demand a block. Or react or something. Okay. Looks like they're potentially off of it. So they could still stay alive there, but again, they're not really doing a whole lot. It's unfortunate they just started drawing in their fellings too, I think. Although notably they did see a lot of like plow unders and stuff, so I'm not sure. Let's take a quick look at the deck list. So just kind of some Guardian Blues with, I don't know, just Earth cards, I guess. Pretty okay list, I think. Choke slams are definitely kind of annoying. All right, let's see if we can get another. All right, so we got a Florian. Generally, I like going second in a Florian. You can still definitely get punished for it, but it means that they can fill their graveyard less for free. I don't think we want any of our sideboard cards here. Probably not. All right, let's go ahead and just run the 60. I think this is fine. And I don't think you generally want AB in a Florian ever. So the big fear with letting them go first is if they can like get a Germinate out really early or a Truce or something. I think those are like the big punishes for this, but I think it's generally fine to let them go first. Yeah, I'm taking a look at the sideboard cards. I don't think any of them are super necessary in this matchup. Alright, Equipment Suite looks pretty normal. Maybe just going to be a Rune Chant pass here. Oh, they are going to actually send some damage. Sure. We'll take that, I guess, as an opportunity to get some filtering in. Can I get punished for double blocking this? I don't think I can. Because, like, what is the best thing they can send? It's like a 2-card 6, right? And then we can just cover it anyways. I think I'm kind of fine to overblock here. This is still not a punish because, again, we can still cover Reaping Blade. I think holding on to CNC is, like, semi-reasonable. Florian does tend to run a decent amount of reacts. Alright, and if we get 4-card filtering, I'm incredibly happy about this. It's definitely an interesting line from our opponent. Well, Wax off kind of clunky here. I feel like the play is to just Kakara, and then I guess we're pitching Cosmic here, and then CNC. It's pretty awkward, and then we can get punished by Face Purgatory, but this card kind of sucks, if I'm being honest. I am the biggest Wax Off hater. Like, I swear. It's really good into Aurora, and that's, like, the only matchup where I feel like it's good. Or, like, I don't even think it's good into Dio now. Like, I don't know. This card is weird. If you're looking for, like, percentage points into Aurora, like, yeah, this is absolutely the card for you, but otherwise, I'm incredibly mid on that card. All right. Looking like a Grass plus Reaping Blade turn. Sure. So I think we might actually use this opportunity to transcend here. So we'll go ahead and wax this off. I think we'll preserve one of our Breed Angers back in the deck just to have threat density. We have a pretty okay hand here. I think I'll start with Kakara. So notably with this list, we also only have one Mauling Key in the deck, which is kind of weird. So I think we're just probably going to get that Breed Anger we tutored for. That's also the last Breed Anger, I think. So the ratios here might take a little bit getting used to. I think we will still go ahead and just get a Breed Anger, though. Where is it? Yeah, not really another option here, I think. Not a good other option. I do like having Transcend pretty early. I think we're probably also looking to not Arsenal here. They don't have Decomposed available yet, but I think it's probably fine. Actually, the Cadaver's Tilling is kind of interesting. Also, the Rune Rager Swarms too. I'm wondering if this is more like a CMH Florian. I don't know if I see Rune Rager very commonly in Florian. Tegan.
What's up?
Do you run Rune Rager in Florian?
I don't, but lists that are on like CMH sometimes
Okay,
too.
cool. That's what I figured.
So you should, if you haven't seen CMH, you should probably play around it at this point.
I mean, I don't know how I play around CMH, but
I don't either, actually.
I guess I just hope they don't draw it. I don't know. CMH is like whatever.
I don't think it does much to you,
No.
but yeah, that's usually indicative of the mountain as opposed to the tree.
Right. All right, we'll send in the Tiger here. I think there's maybe consideration to. I was kind of actually briefly thinking on this, like whether or not it's better to Arsenal Tiger Swipe here. I feel like Tiger Swipe is not a card that you should Arsenal if you can just play it, because I feel like this card can clunk up your Arsenal pretty bad if you don't draw any like Tiger Generation or like forces you to pop your Pouncing Paws, which I also think is like not ideal. So I think I'm just gonna play it out here. 0 for 4 good. Also avoid CNC and Plow Under and stuff. Although notably Plow Under is not online yet. The thought is what counts. Alright, we have the Channel Millennium Tree. Okay. Sure. They are able to keep it around too, which is cool. Alright, so we'll take 4 off that. I think now is probably the opportunity to pop Traverse because our hand kind of sucks. We're probably looking to like Arsenal the other Harmony if we can. If we have an Aspect, I think we should just go for it. All right. Remember what we practiced. Always hit off Harmony off the top. If you do, if you don't, you're a low skill player. All right. Never lucky. I'm a low skill player. Let's go ahead and start with Kakara. I think it's at least fine here to get +2 damage with the random chance that we just hit something off the top. But yeah, that's kind of another thing that I wanted to touch on is kind of looking at combo counts. So I think this list is at roughly like 21 combo cards, which is on the lower end for sure. I think it's kind of analogous to like the Runaways list a little bit more, where they're kind of on like a lower combo density. All right, so we'll get our chase. I think going for the second harmony is also kind of suspect. Like, I don't think we really need to. I think we're just looking to arsenal it. And if they want to face Purgatory us, I think I'm fine with that. Yep, I'm totally fine with this. So we'll get rid of the harmony here. I think that was honestly probably a big consideration to why I wanted to not play it out, is just because having extra card in hand when they have Face Purgatory up is pretty good if you want to try to force through a Chase the Tail line. Alright, do like seeing a Felling block as well. So it looks like opponents maybe going to go for like Grass plus Reaping Blade or something. So fortunately, Tree is probably going the way of the Dodos. Right, this hand's pretty mid. Oh, they're not even going to do anything. Okay. Interesting. Do they not have a blue in hand? I guess they didn't. Huh. We'll go ahead and just Kakara plus CNC Arsenal Chase here, I think, then. Do like to see Felling, Plow Under, and CNC all out of the way. So we still have like a decent, like 6 of those left, basically, but those are kind of like the key cards in this matchup, I feel like. Somersault block is fine. And then finish it off on the CNC. This might just eat armor here. Although, notably, they only have Barkskin Grass. So they have to probably give a card here. Maybe like Grass plus these two, I guess. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think that's an ideal Florian hand here. Alright, we'll go ahead and just Arsenal Chase pass back. Alright, just sending a Reaping Blade. I think we're fine to block this and then just do 3 into 7. Seems okay. Kind of a weaker hand from us, but we'll still manage. I feel like I've been drawing a lot of all-red hands with this 30-something blue deck. 33 blues. It's a lot of blues. Alright, go ahead and finish it on the E-Strike. Alright, we have Rootbound. Alright, we can still technically transcend off of this, which we might be doing here. Kind of depends on what they have. Alright, so we have Rune Chance plus CNC. I think we're just looking to use Kasaya here and then maybe block with Cosmic. Then we do Pouncing Paws, Pop It, Pouncing Key, Transcend, Chase Aspect, Profit. Seems pretty alright. Surprised they didn't go for felling there. Because this was from Arsenal, right? Huh. I don't know. Alright, we'll go ahead and start with the pause. Oh, we just find aspect. Okay, I guess that means we can get rid of 100 wins for like a swipe if we want to. Sure. Oh no, we can't. Because we need a pitch, right. We still have one aspect left, right? Okay. We didn't completely fuck ourselves there. I forgot we also blocked with Kasaya, so that makes sense. We'll go ahead and get this and then just send it. So I think no matter what there, we were fine. I think we were just better off drawing a blue more than anything. All right, yellow root bounds. All right, I assume we're decomposing here. Still not fully online yet. But they are pretty close. All right, go ahead and pass back. And it's pretty mid. I think we're probably just looking to Arsenal something here. Like we can do Harmony Hunt, Growl, 2/2, Arsenal Mauling. Seems alright. Don't really love pitching Transcend card here, but I think we kind of have to for the Harmony Hunt. So let's think about the numbers here. We're basically doing like a 3-card 10, which is okay. Nothing to write home about here, really. It's like slightly above rate. Do need to find some of our other Transcend cards at this point. All right, another root bound, sure. I imagine we're gonna try to get online here. We have plenty of fodder, so I don't think there's any reason not to. Sure. Still have a lot of fridge left too, which is kind of concerning. All right, this hand's pretty good though. Definitely consider this to be a better hand. I think we probably want to Arsenal one of these Transcend cards, which means we should probably start out with Harmony Hunt. And then Path Will Travel Day. I think we need to get a 1-cost here too. That's not how that works. Despite having a tiger on the art, this does not actually stop the creation of Crouching Tigers. Because this is technically not a token. All right, I think we'll go ahead and just Path Will Travel this too. It is kind of confusing though. Like I understand why people think these are tokens, but for some reason that they just aren't classified that way. All right. We want to play the 1-cost out from Arsenal. Wait, was this last card Tiger? This last card was Tiger, so we can actually just chase the tail here. That's a pretty good one cost. All right, popping well grounded here, sure. So they will be able to block this Mauling Key pretty easily, which is like one card basically. At least our Crouching Tiger came in for 5 damage, which is, I guess, cool. And then I guess we'll finish on the Mauling. Still have a Stir the Pot for next turn cycle, and if we draw into another Transcend card, we can like play it out in response to like a CNC or a Plowender or something. So I think we're set up pretty well here, actually. Got a decent amount of chi flowing through the deck. Fortunately, we don't have Kasaya, but we'll make do. So yeah, Reaping Blade coming in for 5. I think that's fine, honestly. I think we're just gonna. Is there a reason to block here? I don't think there is. Really? I think we're supposed to just take it. I guess the question is here, do we want to play out a Harmony? Getting theoretically 3 value out of it. It's pretty weak though. I don't know. I guess the question is like, what else are we doing with it? And I don't really have a good answer to that, so we might as well go for it. Right, hit a Cosmic. That's exactly what we're. So that's our last Cosmic too, which really sucks. So now we need preserve. Didn't we already preserve like a Breed Anger? Okay, so that just was like terrible. That's okay. We can win without Cosmic, I think. So I think to start, I guess we start with Kakara first. I don't know if we have any 1 cost left in the deck, so I think we're just getting the 0 cost here. So maybe this was only like 2 value. Which I guess is better than nothing, but maybe not amazing here. Alright, opponent's coming in with Bramble Spark, sure. Or blocking with Bramble Spark, rather. So it definitely seems like more of a CMH Florian, which I guess we already saw this CMH, didn't we? We saw it here, yeah. What do we want to get here? We're already getting the Shuko buff, so getting Aspect doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think getting 100 Winds here is probably fine. Just do 4 into 1, 6. 4, 1, 6. It's pretty okay. Our opponent's also been playing very passively here. So I think that's kind of good for us. Just because we're able to basically send our hand at them every turn, and they're just kind of on the back foot, it feels like. But Florian can like pretty easily play off the back foot. Still got a decent life buffer. They're basically out of armor. They got 1 more bark skin charge, I guess. Right, opponent has a fruits in hand, and then red Summersfall. Interesting. Don't know if I would run this in this matchup, but just being a red 2-block kind of sucks. Alright, opponent's keeping a blue, notably. Fortunately, we banished the Cosmic. This hand would have actually been like kind of insane with Cosmic. Alright, I think we're just going to go ahead and pass it here. Yeah, not a super optimal hand. Oh, maybe you should have dropped. That's fine though. We can just Arsenal drop and may do it at some other point. I think that's a minor misplay. Maybe we just double transcend here and it doesn't matter. Just start with Kakara and then like E-strike something. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. Alright, we'll do both of these, sure. What do we want to get here? If we get Key Unleashed, notably, we can't E-Strike unless we want to do Go again. So maybe the play here is to just get 100 wins and be fine with that. No, we're not getting Shuko buff, but I think that's fine. Could have gotten the blue pouncing key as well. But getting a 2-block out of the deck, I guess, is like pretty okay. I think there's maybe another line here that might have been better. But this probably gets most of the job done. Alright, Canopy Shelter block is potentially a little bit scary. Alright, not anymore, I guess. It would be scary if they had like a Felling in Arsenal. That pretty much kind of catch them up in terms of their life deficit. This hand's pretty alright though. Alright, opponent will pass back. Wonder if they're gonna try to fatigue us here. I don't know if that's actually possible against Zen. Or at this particular list. I guess it's possible when you banish Cosmic, right? But I think we're still in okay shape here. So we'll go ahead and start with Kakara. Then we can do Key Unleash at the end, or we can E-Strike at the end, I guess. I think they're kind of going for fatigue at this point, which maybe doesn't make a ton of sense to me. We'll get our 100 wins here, and then I think maybe putting Key Unleashed in the deck is like fine. We're still just getting a little bit of chip in here every turn. I think they have to do something at some point, right? Okay. Very defensive Florian list. All right, this is the hand that will kill. So we got Levels, Sacred Art, Transcend, get Key Unleash, draw blue. Very good. Forgot we had Sacred Art left as a threat. That turns out to be a pretty good one when you draw 4 blues and a Levels. Pretty solid here. Yeah, I think that does it. So I don't know if our opponent's strat here was necessarily what I would be trying. I guess they did lose a little bit of value from discarding the Ripple Away, which is, I think, an honest mistake. But I think playing in like there's no way to really fatigue Zen as Florian. I think you need to like just try to be aggressive and send your disruptive threats like Felling and stuff. But I guess they only drew into a Felling just now. Germinate's also kind of like a weird arsenal, but yeah, I think that they were kind of maybe too far gone at that point. But again, blocking out Zen is not always super good. So let's see if we can get one last one. All right, we got a Kayo, which I think is a little bit of a rougher matchup. I think I like going second into Kayo, though. Give them a good luck, have fun. The big risk of them going first is that they have, what do you call it? They have, like, agility, agile windup they can discard. I guess I'm debating whether or not I want CNC versus weakest link here. I don't know if I want both. I feel like me cutting the CNCs for the weakest link is, like, kind of okay, though. KO runs a lot of no blocks. So I guess weakest link is maybe like a little bit more applicable.
Are you running weakest link?
This is a different list.
Oh, interesting.
All right, we see a Cast Bones, which is also like kind of the turn 1 horror story. I guess we'll just transcend though. I think we need to here. We draw blue. Do we want to keep the blue? I think we do we want to keep the blue? Yes, I think we do want to keep the blue so we can do Chase the Tail. Gain a resource. I guess we do Chase the Tail anyways. I don't know. Maybe keeping the red there is actually fine. Alright, we get our 2 Tigers. We have Harmony Hunt still. I guess they could like flashback this if they really want to. Or like Stonewall plus something. I don't know. Alright, go ahead and send the Tiger. Yeah, Cast Bones turn 1 tends to be pretty alright. Stonewall also kind of being a little bit annoying here. Why is KO running Stonewall? We're also going to flashback this. All right. We got a very interesting KO deck on our hands here. I guess we should probably close chain first. I guess we get to Arsenal Tiger here, which is fine. The KO is blocked with all of their armor, though. So I guess I'm kind of okay with that. All right, we see a Sash pop. So we are going to get pretty hurt this turn. Wow. Amnesia as well. Jesus Christ. All right.
What on earth are you playing again?
Yeah, you'll see eventually. We have a KO that cast Bones on turn 1 into Bear Fangs for 16 off of Blood Rush. Okay. I guess that's interesting. Maybe that's the best way I can phrase that. Sure, we'll take 16 here. Fine by me, I guess. Into a pulping. Sure. Do we care about pulping here? I guess the weakest link is going to be pretty good in this situation. I think we're looking to like Arsenal Sacred Art here, maybe. Like do Tiger into Tiger Swipe into weakest link. But then I guess we're not getting weakest link value. So maybe we are supposed to block something here. Not sure. All right, casually go down to functionally 11. Okay, I guess that's interesting. What do we want to do here then? I think I'm going to try to bank on weakest link hitting, so maybe we block with the blue just to save some life, and then pitch Sacred Art. I think it's okay. Unfortunately, we didn't have a blue. So the problem with also this list in particular is that, what a Chad, by the way, rolling 6. Okay, sure. The problem with this list is that I feel like we're also not very good at enabling Sacred Art, but Sacred Art kind of sucks anyway, so maybe that's fine. All right, this game looks pretty bad from this position, but they are completely out of armor. And we have tempo, and we have all of our armor. So maybe it's actually kind of okay. And then I think we'll just finish up weakest link. Hopefully this is pretty annoying to them. If we whiff, that sucks, but I guess that is how it is. What was their hand again? It was weakest link, E-Strike, Reckless Swing, Smash Instinct. Sure. So you're gonna go again into Swing Big, I assume. It's pretty annoying. Guess we'll just pass here. So funny thing enough, we can actually maybe capitalize on the Swing Big and use it to buff levels. I'm okay with that. What if we block 5 here, block the Pouncing Key, get our Transcend card, which we did off the Harmony Hunt, and then get going on levels? Maybe that's kind of our ticket back into this game. So unfortunately, we can't get our chase here, or we can't realistically get it. So what's the play? Maybe we want a 0 cost so we can Kakara, but we're also drawing a card off levels. So maybe it's still just 0 cost. Do draw buff. I think that's actually going to get played this turn. So we'll do 3. I'm assuming they're not going to block this Tiger Swipe. If they do block the Tiger Swipe, then I guess we just Arsenal this, which is a pretty poor Arsenal. But you can maybe try to claw back into this game. I guess I'm glad they're blocking Scabs on the Tiger instead of the Tiger Swipe, because now they have to give like 2 cards or something to do that. All right, we just need to have them have like 1 offhand, and then maybe we're back in this. All right, 4 card KO hand, 4 cards end hand. They have the tempo. Things not ideal. The Sacred Art has come back around too to haunt me, which I guess is what it does. So I think we're supposed to just take this E-Strike here and try to block whatever the next thing is. We did see a reckless swing from them, but I don't know if we can actually play around it at that point. All right, opponent is also running weakest link. This is like the most Zen 8 deck of all time. Holy crap. Okay, sure. So we'll block weakest link here. Then I guess just play out Harmony Hunt, Kakara, Tiger. I feel like the Harmony Hunts are also kind of mid in this matchup. But I don't think there's much better we could be running. Maybe like Warmongers or something. I don't know. But seems pretty mid. Alright, so let's see what their Wild Ride does. Alright, we do have to block this. So maybe hoping to just catch them on an off turn here. Alright, we can still live through pulping, fortunately. The Ova might develop, so we kind of just need them to brick on go again for a turn, and I think we can maybe claw our way back in, because we do also have the life game off this, so we're not completely dead to reckless. So maybe there's a chance here, although I think their start was maybe too good to actually beat. Okay, they do have go again here, which is unfortunate. Alright, good blocking hand, though. Alright, so you're going to draw. So we can block 6 here pretty easily. Then block another 6. Maybe we're chilling. Oh, we should have kept holding on to the Harmony instead of this, but I think that was a little bit of a punt. Yeah, I think that was a minor punt. I guess we can force them to block with a card here, but I don't know if that's actually enough. So if we Harmony there, does that actually change a ton? Savage Beatdown too. Okay, interesting. So we don't block with Harmony there. What happens? We play Harmony, hit off the top. Then what? Not sure. Oh, okay, we got them to brick. Okay, that's really, really good for us. And then you can also have Homage to play around Savage Beatdown. Okay, that might actually be the win. Which I guess is kind of the risk of playing a lot of these non-attacks in KO. Is that you do occasionally brick like this. 1 is 0 cost here, so we can Kakara. So we get the swipe. And I think we're doing buff go. Just to strip the maximum amount of cards out of their hand. Wow, I did not think we were going to actually win this. I think we actually needed that Wild Ride to brick like super bad. I did slightly, I think, punt with the Ancestral Harmony play. Or when I blocked with it instead of using it. Because I think if we keep that instead of the Cosmic, I think we're in a little bit better shape. Because then we at least have like an out to like randomly hitting off the top or something. So I think that we maybe got actually a little bit lucky here at the end. And I'll do it unless they have another card in hand. All right, good game. Wow. I cannot believe we actually won that. What the fuck was that game? That was, look at, this is a crazy KO deck, by the way. We're running Amnesia, plus Stonewall Gauntlet, plus, like, this is the Zen hate deck, which is very, very funny. I do think, for what it's worth, that like KO is actually slightly favored in this matchup, just because I think your turn-to-turn numbers are actually like pretty decent. You have like kind of good disruption, but yeah, very interesting game there. I don't think we actually win that if they don't brick on Wild Ride. But I guess that's kind of the risk of like cast bones and stuff. Let's actually, is that the only cast bones? Wait, that's the only cast bones. Oh, wait, is this a cast bones? That is a cast bone. Okay, so there's 2 cast bones. 2 cast bones. Sorry, this list is like baffling me. Okay. Well, I think that's probably a good point to wrap it up for today. Again, we're testing out Nick Butcher's list. I like a lot of the ideas in this deck. Like, I think that the Harmony Hunts are actually quite solid against like Enigma, for instance. I'm not sold on some of like the blue choices here. Maybe it's kind of like a preference thing, but I really am not a fan of these like one cost choices in case you need to block out an effect like Weakest Link or like a CNC or something. I don't know. It's just like you're basically kind of hurting yourself with your your 2 card hands in this deck are significantly worse, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know. I think there's still some experimentation. I like what do I like about this list? I like maybe cutting down on like Mauling and Breed Anger and like Cosmic. I don't know if you need 3 Cosmic at this point. I've kind of also seen like a little bit of a drop off in like CYB new in particular, so I don't know how necessary the third one is here. I like the Harmony Hunts as kind of like an aggressive go again tool in place of like Spinning Wheel Kicks, because Spinning Wheel Kicks has historically been quite easy to block just with like a react or something. So Harmony Hunts kind of get around that, which is kind of interesting. Tiger Form Incantation is also kind of a mystery to me. I understand the Harmony Hunts because you can at least arsenal a Tiger and like get the value out of the base attack, but the Tiger Forms are I don't know. It seems like against new, like I'm thinking about the new plan for this deck, and like what do you have to cut into new? You have to cut like Levels, Harmony, and Tiger Form, and then bring in like these 5. I don't know. A lot of suspect kind of things in this list. I guess like the wax on, wax off. Like I agree with red wax on, yellow wax on as like a 3 of is, I don't know, kind of memey. But yeah, I think this list is like very reasonable though. Like again, we won Battle Arc in Atlanta and calling Kuala Lumpur, so there's definitely something here. I think I just need to play with it to kind of figure it out. Yeah, but I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.